Hey guys, Czar here. Good morning to you. Happy Hump Day, March 13th. Let's see what this market has to offer. Even though I'm not recording my trades anymore, I really have been for the last couple of weeks. Certainly the last week and a half or so, because the price action has been so interesting. I may or may not today as well, depending on what comes up here at the homestead. But I wanted to click record on the open at the very least, because it does look a little bit interesting to me. This is the 1 minute Three Sisters. The market opens in 1 second, and there it is. That's the opening candle on the 1 minute chart. See the background color changing? That's the New York color. I'm colorblind, but I believe that's another shade of blue. That's what it looks like to me. So that's what I'm going to go with. Daily, NASDAQ, S&P, and Dow daily charts inside of yesterday's range so far in the NASDAQ. Same thing on the S&P, but pushing up a little bit and really testing he actually broke through a little bit earlier the high of yesterday on the Dow. So we'll be watching that. This is the NASDAQ zone charts, if you will. 30-minute zone charts pushing down. S&P in range here, just kind of in the middle. And the Dow, as I mentioned, pushing up, broken through. Let's see if this is going to continue higher or pull back and fill out some of this stuff here. We'll see. I'll put you on pause for now and I'll bring you back. Sell stop below right there. Stop loss above. Above that wick you see right there. See that there? That little pre-market wick. I know it might not seem like much, but in my experience, that little pre-market candle matters. Sometimes, just enough, often enough that I take it into account. And I'm in, guys, and I'm in. Triggered into the NASDAQ short, looking for 1 hour here, also known as 56.25 points. And looking to get past this support zone. You can see where we are down here. Looking to get to the bottom of those wicks. That's my target right there for this trade. It's the dynamic trade. I've moved away from showing the 4 fixed models that I've been showing for the last 26 weeks or so. Those models were 1 hour all or nothing, 1.5 hour all or nothing, 2 hour all or nothing, or 2 hour move stop to break even at 1 hour. I highly recommend that traders use those as guideposts or instructional models to design something or develop something that works for them. And now what I've done is to move back into dynamic trading to show that there are countless ways to trade. And you don't always have to be shooting for a particular fixed R value. Although I highly recommend it for most traders, quite frankly, because they don't have the impulse control required to be making decisions on the fly. Now, I'm not making decisions on the fly here in terms of targets and entries, right? This is not a discretionary move. This is very much structurally based, and I hope that makes sense to you. I'll be back in a moment. All right, gang, moving my stop to break even at this point right here. Playing defense, given that we've moved fairly significantly here on the NASDAQ. I'm just going to put the marker back so we can maintain proportion and symmetry for the trade image. Here's the Three Sisters. I want to show you that we have just been kind of grinding down here since the open, as you can obviously tell. But so has been the S&P. The Dow is now not cooperating. It was earlier as it broke the open range 2 and headed down towards VWAP, rejected a VWAP. But the good news is the 2 big indices, meaning broad, 500 holdings and 100 holdings here, have been mirroring each other in justifying this move below open range, below VWAP, below EMAs, with the 9 below the 21 and drifting south from here. From a daily standpoint, we have an inside day bearish candle that rejected, actually marginally broke yesterday's high and then flipped down, and that is a bearish sign, right? So we have a confirmation here on all time frames. Bearish 30-minute chart, of course, with the 9 below the 21 and prices below both EMAs, and breaking a key zone, a support zone here, into a clean traffic zone. Now that has been fulfilled, as I mentioned, right? This has been fulfilled here. It would be perfectly normal for this to stop here and reverse and go up, and or take a break here before breaking through and going down even further. We'll see how this plays out. My stop is at break even. And there it is, guys. Didn't take that long. Still a 1 minute chart here. I think I explained this trade fairly well and in great detail, but there it is, 56.25 points and 1 hour to start the day here on Hump Day. Have an amazing one. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.